So today, we're privileged. We have QC Spencer and I are going to be talking about striking from the guard, both in the guard and as you have your opponent in your guard. Now here's a big differential, right? In the UFC, we see this striking from the guard, right? In a lot of other styles, we don't see this. So let's talk about some of the concepts of striking the guard. Posting, not posting. Palm heels, elbows, whatever. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to be in the guard. Here's Spencer. He's going to be in my guard. So let's start off here. Okay. So you're going to notice the first thing he does is he gets in tight, right? Because if he doesn't get in tight, creating space, right, creates some distance. And so as he comes to attack, the first thing we'll notice a lot of times is if we're smart, we clear out with our hips. Or if you'll notice, sometimes we'll switch. I can do this, or I can come here and I can post here, and I can strike and I can push him back. Because clearly what I want is to limit his reach. As he goes to strike, I come here, right? So the strikes that we're going to notice as he gets in close, right? So now he goes to strike. Now you'll notice he's not what we call posting, right? So if he posts like this, anytime you put this arm on the ground and you create weight, now all of a sudden I'm in an advantage, right? There's 1,001 things that I can do from here. The best thing is a Kimura, which you'll notice I'll shift, and I'll take this hand, I'll strike, and I'll shift, and I'll come around, and I'll bring this here, and I'll snap this like a twig. So you'll notice he's not going to do that. He's also not going to take this hand and pin it against my chest. Like a lot of times you'll see an inexperienced person, like if he doesn't know what he's doing, he's going to grab and hold, he's going to lean back, and the first thing a good jiu-jitsu guy is going to do, and me, I'm not even a good jiu-jitsu guy, because I'm going to come around and I'm going to head here, and I'm going to all of a sudden I'm going to take him across and roll in for an arm bar, right? So we're not going to do that. All right, so now, let's talk about the strikes. As he goes to strike, he's going to stay in close. It's really tight. They're short strikes. Now you'll notice, he's not getting too far out. He's staying close. And his strikes generally to the face are going to be close hand. Now, me personally, my favorite thing is palm heels. And the reason I like palm heels work here, punches work here. But the problem is, if he goes to punch, and I take my hand in my head and I go like this, and he punches me right in the forehead, I'm going to break all the bones in his hand. That's not going to work very well. The other technique is if he leans in good and tight, and I can't get him off of me, now watch. He can palm heel, but he can also elbow, right? And this is like really brutal, because now he's got here, now notice, he's rotating a little bit of his hips, he's rotating his shoulders here, he's rotating his shoulders here, here. Now there's a couple of defensive things, right? So if I notice if he's coming in, I can push. Now you'll notice I do a lot of palm healings, right, to the elbows, right? I'm trying to get him off center, I'm trying to rotate him here. I can also do a couple of things like lock, come here. Now, just because he's striking and I'm on the bottom doesn't mean I can't strike. So if he comes here, I can parry just like I normally do, and I can pop. I can pop. Now you'll notice my pops are quick and fast. I'm limited. I can't get these hips around, right? So I can rotate my shoulders, I can elbow. A lot of times as he's coming in, I'm really defensive, so I'll take my elbows here. So he's coming in, pop, pop, pop. Right? I'm just defending, right? I'm just trying to parry, and I'll limit, and I'll push, and I'll clear. The other note is if he goes back really big, and he comes in on me, right? You'll notice all of a sudden I can do a lot of this. Here's the other technique. You'll notice, and I just accidentally got here. I can come here, I can hook, right? I can hook, right? And I can turn and rotate around. So there's a lot of movement in the technique. And then you'll even out. Headbutts. Ow!
You're at a disadvantage.
I am at such a disadvantage. And let's talk about this, because this is a really important fact. One of the most important things about the UFC that I pay attention to, what's illegal. This is illegal. So, he's going to come back. This was made illegal by Bart Coleman. So what happened is Bart Coleman comes here, he grabs, he holds here, and he just headbutts, right? Targets the bridge of the nose, here. I can't generate any mass, I'm dead. But the headbutt here, fantastic technique. I don't know any way to break it up. Once his hands are here and he's got me close, I'm just like, I'm dead. So fantastic technique. He's absolutely correct. The headbutt. All right. Okay. So strikes from the top. So let's get him in the guard. Once again, we kind of reviewed a lot of this. Let's hit this again. So if I'm here, once again, I'm in tight. I'm always here. I always like to grab. Now there's no reason why, as I'm here, you'll notice I instantly try to make him feel uncomfortable. I'm taking my forearm and I'm putting it in his throat. I'm popping. Right, if he pushes there, I'm back here. Right, he's pushing. Right, elbow, elbow. Sometimes I try to create height. If he pushes, that's fine. Right. The other thing is, we'll get to this in a later video probably, but the other thing I can obviously do is take and press here, clear the guard, come across, bang, bang. It's a big difference in the style. And that's the principle of striking.